Oh, we are live. Okay, we're live. We're live, and Chloe is a little bit.
We are having issues with Twitch and also just my internet connection, and I don't know why. Am I chaos?
You're a little bit chaos. Yeah, it just kind of got better right there, like sort of smoothed out. So maybe it'll be fine. Let's hope so. I'm Sandy.
I am Chloe.
This is Night, right?
I'm like, so like, can you hear me okay? Am I going to tell a story and be all chaos? Okay.
No, you're fine.
I always have this on 2 monitors and they're on 2 different computers. So right now I'm like, I never see a delay, and I am seeing a delay right now. So this is a little bit different, but that's okay. I don't know.
This is going to be fine.
Yeah, we're fine. Totally fine. Okay.
What are you? How are things? How are things for you? What are you working on?
I mean, life continues to, just do whatever shit it feels like.
Of course.
I am going to be doing a little bit of editing on a video. As you noticed, I am putting my Bob Ross videos on TikTok.
Yeah, that's cool.
Obviously that takes a lot of cutting, just cutting every single time I put the brush down. So that's what I am doing at first. And then from there, I am continuing that little erotic novella that I was working on last week that I'm hopefully going to be done with soon, because it was supposed to be a little, and instead it's been 3 weeks.
How long is it at this point?
What was that?
How long is the novella at this point?
Oh, it is on its 10th scene right now. I believe it's going to be like 13 scenes.
How long does that make it in words?
I mean, my scenes are between 1 and 2,000 usually, so probably like 15K.
That's decent.
Yeah, it is. It is a reasonable length. I just wanted it to be done by now, but like I had that massive writer's block that happened in the middle of it, and then as soon as I got over that, Dragon Con happened, and I was able to write the first day, and then everything got shut down after that. Right. Also, hello, Alley Cat, and hello, Mr. Shadow Paradox. Thank you for joining. We will be getting our first sprint going in just like 2 minutes here.
Yeah. Let's start at 8:40.
Yeah.
I am doing a analysis of. I'm writing, hopefully, but first I'm doing an analysis of how long it took Percy Jackson's story before he got to like the threshold in the hero's journey.
That's fair.
Yeah, because I'm working on the middle grade book right now that I've been putting off forever, because let's face it, all my projects are just a mess right this second, so I might as well do something I actually passionately care about.
Yes, Ken's mother was just here and like asking me how the writing's going, and I'm like,
that's like my writing is. I'm so lucky if I have like time to do things like adequately brush my teeth that I right like my child's teeth need to be brushed. I'm lucky if I have time to do that. I'm
not gonna lie, I absolutely just thought, I didn't know you brush baby teeth.
Oh yeah, no, apparently you do. I bought a toothbrush. I haven't opened it yet. He only has 2 little tiny teeth, but still.
I guess it's a habit you start them with, so that when they get adult teeth in, it actually is happening by then.
Right. But I want to know like what other writers have done in their middle grade books to like in terms of pacing, because
I agree. Like I think that's especially for that genre, and assuming that you are also going to be writing fantasy middle grade, that it is a worthwhile thing to do.
Yeah, right. I'm writing fantasy middle grade. It's like realistic fantasy middle grade, so it falls right into like the realm of Percy Jackson. And I I need to know the secret formula, Mr. Reardon. Hello, CM Holden. It is 8:40. Let's start. Let's start a
Yes,
thing.
I am working on pulling up a timer.
Okay.
I apologize, guys. The reason that like started late, we planned to start at 8:30. We didn't actually get going until like 8:34 or 5, I think it was. We had a massive storm come through last night where I am, and it seems to be having like long-term effects on all of my computers right now. So it also like my TV was messed up this morning. I have a smart TV, and my TV took like 3 minutes to start up this morning.
Oh, weird.
So yeah, like everything is just super grouchy right now. Did I just freeze?
No. Oh, yes, a little. Sorry.
That's fine. Oh my God, why are you doing this? That's not sorry. I am so sorry, guys. We are gonna get the sprint going in just a minute. There. I think I just had like a hiccup and now we are past the hiccup. Yes, we are past the hiccup. Okay. Everything's grouchy. Okay. We're
Okay.
gonna sprint for 20 minutes. It is 41 past, so we'll see you guys at just past the next hour. Okay, time. There we go. Is up on that sprint. How did you do, Sandy? Were you able to find those turning points?
Yeah, they're more complicated than I thought. I'm gonna have to look at like 2 or 3 others of these too. Like maybe I'll actually have to examine Harry Potter again and see what was happening there. So you know how like in the hero's journey, there's like the ordinary world and then call to adventure and then refusal and meet them. Like there's this like standard kind of thing. I don't think that happens in the middle grade ones quite like that. Like I'm looking at the Percy Jackson book and it's more like weird shit happens to a troubled kid.
So I feel like you're definitely. I say this. So I've never delved into Percy Jackson, but just based on what you're saying, I feel like you're going to have better luck with Harry Potter. But I'm also thinking that this might be something where your research is Googling. Because like I feel like this is something that already exists out there, especially for Harry Potter.
Well, for sure it would for Harry Potter, but honestly, I didn't pick Harry Potter because I feel like it's a poor choice for looking at like how a standard middle grade book is done. You know, like nobody is truly writing the next Harry Potter, right? But like somebody actually could be writing the next Percy Jackson because it's a totally different caliber.
But you're just looking for percentages here, right? I mean, you're trying to manufacture a beat sheet for yourself.
Well, yes, but I want to understand what it is that makes some of these books that I've loved so enthralling. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't just want to make the beat sheet. I want to understand why the beats work.
So the other side of that then is that if you can find one that's already made, like to Harry Potter, because again, that's probably where it's going to be, you can use that to compare something like Percy Jackson to. And you can, because like you said, you're concerned now that like this is not going to follow the standard beats. And I am assuming that the two stories have similar beats from what I know about Percy Jackson. So you can, I would assume that if you find information about Harry Potter with this, then you can translate it.
I mean, Harry Potter is a very like it's a very hero's journey, or at least you would think it would be. Like it's very sort of like Harry's in the ordinary world. Like Hagrid comes and calls him to adventure. I can't be a wizard, and then like literally crossing a threshold onto like a train, right, and showing up at Hogwarts. So there's like a pretty standard kind of thing that's happening. I see what you're saying, that like maybe if I find the beat sheet for Harry Potter, then I can like save myself a bunch of time. But I don't think that gets me what I'm looking for. I think I'm looking for more genre knowledge and knowledge that I think I might have because I loved these Percy Jackson books. And I think I mean this is like my favorite place to read. But although I haven't read very much of it recently because I don't read anymore because like who has time to read when they can't brush their teeth? But I don't know. I think Harry Potter could. I think I could miss things if I pick the Harry Potter thing. Like I think I could be looking at like a miracle that happened with like the hero's journey, whereas like something like a Percy Jackson was for sure not a miracle. Like that was for sure a writer like paying really close attention to what a middle grade kid might want to read. Like that guy was a 5th grade teacher.
Wasn't she also a teacher?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the story is something
she was an out of work teacher.
Maybe. I mean, maybe that's what she was. I don't know if she had kids. I think she was significantly younger um than Rick Riordan was. He was like 45. Like it was a whole, like he'd spent years attempting to write a book and then like finally wrote this thing
Oh,
based
she
on
did all
his
kinds of crazy things. Okay.
J.K.
Oh,
Rowling.
J.K. Rowling totally has kids.
Yes, but I don't know if she had them at the time that she wrote Harry Potter.
No, this article is literally titled J.K. Rowling, How She Went from Single Mom to Harry Potter.
Oh, okay. Let me put it like this. I don't know if she had a kid who was in middle like grade range.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think she may have had like
okay.
a
I just
very
like when
young
you say
child.
that she didn't have kids, this article is refuting that.
In fairness,
Yeah,
I don't know if Rick Riordan has kids. He might not. He might just have been like a teacher. that might have been all. But that's a very significant place to come from, right? Like that really helps in terms of what he was doing. Let's see what he was teaching English and social studies at Presidio Hill School. What's that? Is it I don't know. I think he was a 5th grade teacher. So, and you know what else? Like he keeps writing these books. Like he doesn't stop. It's not like the Harry Potter books, there are 7 and then it's done. Right. And she just like makes her millions of dollars and like everybody's attracted to these books forever. And it's wonderful and great. And like, good for her, but that's not going to be my world. So Rick Riordan has to continue to write books, like he churned them out like one after another, and they're in the same world. So he's done a really excellent job of creating a world that's expandable also. Like he brings in other kids, he like sets them up for storylines later on. Percy's only the first hero. There's like a whole set around. There's like every sidekick gets their own story. Like later you care about Percy because you always care about Percy, but like also you're like obsessed with the son of Hades and like his little romantic affairs, and like you're totally into like the Roman version, and like how does this Magnus Chase person, like I'm just saying there's a lot going on. Clearly I'm a fan. Maybe I don't trust the internet to tell me as much as I could tell me about the books I love. Maybe that's the problem. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Well, so the whole reason that I said this was because you said that you didn't think you were going to be able to do this the way you wanted to. So I was just trying to give you a suggestion for like a starting point. And instead it was burn J.K. Rowling at the stake.
I'm not burning her. I don't think she's a terrible writer by any means. I just think she's
this shit together and magic happened. And Rick Riordan is such a better
No. I'm saying this wrong. Then I'm not saying that like he's a better writer. I'm saying
her kids don't count. It was really awkward.
It's not that. It's that like she's a miracle worker, right? Like she's a god level. I'm not. Like he's not. So I can't pay attention to what she's done because I'm not going to replicate that. Like I got to look at what a mortal is writing.
I just don't think that's good advice. But like if that's how you want to do it, then okay.
Okay, let's look at it like this. So I mean, obviously I was a Harry Potter fan, right? I've got like 3 copies
it's not even that. It's
book.
that I can't imagine telling somebody, no, don't look at the best of the best because you suck. Look at like normal.
Okay, so let's go back and this thing where you say, like I said that she sucked. If I implied that, it's not what I meant. All right. So that was a misunderstanding and miscommunication. But
you definitely said that like she just threw this together.
No.
And it was magic as opposed to her structure being a viable structure.
No, I said she used a hero's journey and that.
You
Okay,
see where like this was
I'm
like
not arguing that I communicated poorly, but that wasn't my intention. So it's irrelevant, right? Like it doesn't matter. That's not what I meant. I I'm I think what she did was amazing. I just don't think I could do that. And I think, and of course she didn't just hobble it together, but like her story does go, she wrote it on like the train or something as like a single mom, like, you know, who was practically homeless. So she was, you know, she was working from a very different circumstance from what I'm working from. And I don't, I think that to say to a writer, let me put it like this. There are a lot of writers out there who say stuff like, I'm going to write the next Harry Potter book. I am not that naive. I
right.
am not going to write the next Harry Potter book. So what I need right now is genre research. And Harry Potter spans such a huge range and is so out of my league that it's not a good one for me to examine. Like Percy Jackson falls squarely into the middle grade space and it never leaves. Like it's
But like, what if you pull up a beat sheet for Harry Potter and it turns out that it does actually really well line up with this and you just didn't see it that way, and you can save yourself hours or days of stress trying to work out a beat sheet based on the Percy Jackson stuff.
I'm already like 4 beats out of 15. And like I've just spent 10 minutes arguing with you about something that I think is based on a miscommunication. So we're going to go to a sprint. I'm going to go back to the work that I think I can do faster than the internet can do based on my ridiculous fandom knowledge of this book. And then I'm going to work on writing my own thing. And that's
Okay.
how I'm gonna do this. There is actually a Harry Potter column on my spreadsheet, by the way. I plan to do the same thing with Harry Potter. Just I wanted to do it second. I think it's
okay. We're just gonna start the sprint because I've agitated you, so we're just gonna start the sprint. Okay, finishing up a sentence, and we are back, and we have a raid. Hello, raiders.
Hey,
Yes,
Raiders.
we were sprinting, and we will be sprinting again in about 10 minutes. That's about the pacing that we are having, and I wrote 251 words in that sprint. I got hung up on words there, but that's okay.
That's okay. You wrote words. That's all good.
I did write words. Also,
What
the cat was
story?
snoring a moment ago, and it was adorable. I don't think he is anymore, though.
But you were on mute, so we didn't get to hear the adorable cat.
You wouldn't have anyways. It was very soft. He is not a loud snorer. That was his sister. Yeah. Yeah, I was so if you're new to the stream, just a random I had a cat pass away back in, I guess it was April. So it's a little while ago now. But yesterday I was editing a video of me painting. I do live streams of me doing Bob Ross paintings. I usually have a buddy and we have a little Bob Ross off. But I have been editing those, just my side of it, to make TikTok videos with. And the one that I was editing yesterday, that cat that I lost is in the background the entire time, like peeking around the side of the canvas. And yeah, that was a bit of raw that I didn't need.
Harsh. That's horrible.
Yeah.
But okay, in happy news, I totally downloaded TikTok just so that I could see what happened with the painting.
I don't know why. Where did you see the partial of my video?
Okay, so Facebook like randomly, as I was like I was like going on to the messenger chat to tell you that I was very probably going to be like a little bit late, and like it said, look at Chloe's story, and I clicked it, and that's when I saw it. And there were all these puffy clouds, and I couldn't stop watching.
Facebook and Instagram are the same thing now. That's why. So I posted it on Instagram, and the thing is that Instagram videos, I think they can be only 30 seconds long. And these videos are 2 to 3 minutes because I'm taking advantage of the fact that TikTok expanded the length that your videos can be now. All of the like fun, cool, popular music is not available for the longer ones, but that's okay. But yeah, so if you go to my Instagram, it presents as I have 4 stories, or I have 4 videos in my story. So you probably just saw the first video of it on Facebook.
Yes. So now I'm on TikTok so that I can see the rest of it. Like right this second, I'm looking because I just wanted to know what happened.
For TikTok to see it.
So I signed up for a TikTok like a couple years ago and then deleted it because I don't know, something about China's military stealing identities. I don't know. There were things happening. And I was never going to go back because I feel like I'm not probably good at that market, but this is like the coolest thing I've ever seen, and I am mesmerized.
I like the thing with TikTok is that like people are doing great marketing on TikTok. And I don't know if you're somebody who like all you do is writing, not like you don't have other things that you do, but like, so the issue that I have with Instagram is I could fill my Instagram up with writing stuff, but it's so much easier for me to fill it with cake stuff that I genuinely don't know how to do writing stuff on Instagram. And that's the same thing with TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I didn't have a more visual hobby, if I would be able to come up better with, ways to sell my book on TikTok. But I try to make a TikTok and I'm like, oh, I've got all of these things that are actually like really cool and already there, and I just need to cut this video down from 2 hours to 3 minutes. Yay. And the same with like the cake stuff. Like, I don't know if if I didn't have better content or like more easily postable content, if I'd be able to market better on TikTok. But like, I tell myself I need to put out a TikTok, and I'm like, I can just put out another Bob Ross video.
Yeah,
That
no, I
doesn't
mean,
sell books.
I completely understand this because I don't really know what I would do on TikTok. I mean, that's exactly the problem, right? Like I don't have time to like develop an Instagram following or a TikTok following based on a hobby, right? Like I barely have to. I'm actually creating abstract art for my bedroom right this second, but like by abstract, I mean I went on YouTube and looked up how to use gold foil with Mod Podge and like splash paint across a big canvas. And then I did that with Walmart paint. And now I have splashed paint on a canvas and it's going to look totally cool and contemporary. And that's like it. But that's not, it's not TikTok worthy. That's me using a YouTube video to try to do something remotely, I don't know, cheap.
Right.
Because I don't like to hang art in my house if it's non-significant and I'm feeling stressed. And so, art therapy works for me right now. And I feel like that's appropriate for my rooms. But yeah, like that's not good TikTok material. I'm not sewing right now. I can't even get to my sewing machine right now. Nobody's going to want me to do a TikTok of like diaper organizing or,
Right.
converting my family room into a preschool. Like this is so not where we're going.
And like, I mean, I think that the Bob Ross videos and the cake videos are good, but I do also think that the majority of the content on TikTok is very much faces. And so like if I was putting together like not necessarily an animated video, but like videos of things and like selling my books that way, I feel like I could probably come up with something. If that makes sense. Like if I was actually like producing a video, but I don't know how to sell sci-fi romance with this face. With the face of a 40-year-old. Like I just don't. Yeah.
So Courtney Created says mom TikTok is a thing. I didn't know that.
Oh, it is. I feel like a lot of us are in the same situation that I am with TikTok, where like most of what I see on TikTok is it being the videos popping up in other places. And usually videos pop up in other places because there's something horribly wrong with them. I was watching there's an OBGYN who's an influencer. I can't think of her screen name off the top of my head, but like she was going over TikToks of terrible medical advice today. Or like I watched that today. I don't know when the video was from, but like terrible, like the eat a bunch of pineapple to make your lady bits taste better, like stuff like that, So usually what I see from TikTok, especially from like mom TikTok, is like the worst things ever, or like the most like white privilege bullshit ever. Which I'm not even. I don't know about your diaper organizing. It might be perfectly fine. Usually,
it'd be like, white privilege stuff. Yeah,
no. But like the ones that always seem to like trigger people the most for obvious reasons are the moms who like transfer all of their food from the containers it comes in into prettier containers. Like, God forbid your Capri Suns just live in the box that the Capri Suns come in. Let's give them a nice, cute little drawer for them to live in.
Okay, so now you're talking about like sort of the intersection between mom life and blessed culture, right? So
Yes.
like it's not just like real mom life. It's real mom life with people who are going to post shit like hashtag grateful
Yes,
after their
absolutely.
kid talk,
100%.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
like absolute total bullshit that like nobody, well, they should all be reading Kate Bowler's stuff because there's some incredible like anti-blessed culture stuff out there. But
Yes.
now my Christian feminist side has just come through. But yeah, but I totally organized my pantry the other day with like chalkboard labels because I had a mouse. And
Oh, that's right. So, like, that's the other thing is that, like, if your story comes with something like that, you actually, first of all, you're going to do better on TikTok because people are going to relate to you better. Look at all these chalkboard signs I made because we have mice. But, like, also that obviously, like, not just makes you more like it more makes you more relatable, and it also like a lot of times you see people do really dumb things and you're like, what the hell, that's really dumb, and then they're like, oh, I'm doing it because of this, and you're like, oh, okay, that's fair then. So like moving everything into plastic, or Rubbermaid containers. Oh, you have a rodent issue, absolutely do that.
oh my God, I'm gonna become a mom TikToker. I'm also okay. We can talk about this after the next sprint.
Yeah, I threw this on the screen just to make us shut up, and it
Yeah,
didn't work
because
as
I've
well as
got
I
I've got
wanted it
stuff to talk about here. Now I think I
to.
could have a TikTok thing.
Right. Okay. So 20 minutes on the clock. It is 9:46 here in Atlanta. So we'll see you guys at, what is that, 6 past the hour? Am I doing math right? I'm doing math right. We'll see you guys then. Okay, that was time on that sprint. I did get some words written. Cat writes asked way up. There we go. Where did we get our timer? And then they lost their connection and never saw the answer that I said initially. Unfortunately, the timer that we use is something that I found on, I believe, the Microsoft Store ages ago, and I have never been able to find again. I actually transfer it from my laptop to my desktop every time I need. I've gone through a couple of hard drives on my desktop, so every time I get a new hard drive, I have to transfer it off of my laptop because I've never been able to find it again. So that is the bad news. The good news is that you can just Google 20-minute timer and Google will automatically start a 20-minute timer that you can use. It's just on like the main, Google search screen. And I know plenty of people that will just like crop it and use that, or like what's the right term? Not minimize, but like I can only think of minimize and maximize. But when you adjust the size of your window,
I think that's what it's called.
Is that what it's called? I'm an idiot. But they'll do that. So like, it's not like a great big tacky thing, but like that is a timer you can use. The other thing is, as you said, you're seeing a lot of people using them on YouTube. There are quite a few people in the AuthorTuber group who have their own on YouTube that you can stream, and it's free of charge. I am assuming, I've never looked into it because I have this timer that I like, but I'm assuming that they put in the notes for their timers that it's okay for them to use. Anything that you can use on YouTube, you can use on Twitch. It doesn't work the other way. Some music that is Twitch safe is not YouTube safe, but everything that is YouTube safe is Twitch safe. So you can just pull up a video on YouTube, and as long as it says that there's, as long as they make a note about copyright, you should be fine. But I know that there's quite a few AuthorTubers who make them for anybody to use. So they're out there. It's weird. And Nikki also just asked Sandy, how is the little one?
Well, he's great. He's great. And I spent that entire time. No, that's not right. I got in 5 minutes of writing work during that 20-minute thing. And the other 15 minutes was putting away groceries, cleaning up dog poop, putting away dinner leftovers, taking out poopy garbage. And before that, we were talking about mom tic-tac. I thought that entire time about this, I have all kinds of hacks already. So many hacks. You should see my family room. It is decked out as he crawls now, you guys. Like, he's only 9 months and he crawls, but he also attempts to climb. So like, he wants to walk everywhere. And it turns out that omphalocele, like, it was a problem initially, and then we've had months of PT, and now he's just this like muscular little kid who's a little ahead in some things he's doing, because the mom sites that I go to tell me he shouldn't be doing this until he's like 10 and a half months or something. And he beaches himself on pillows. He attempts to climb up his baby Einstein piano. I'm constantly following him around, waiting for him to fall to his death.
The good news is that they're very squishy, and usually they don't die when they fall.
He actually has a little bruise on his cheek. It's horrible. It's been there for like 10 days. I don't know what he did to get it. Malcolm thinks he fell on his VTech Animal Farm, which is supposed to be a toy, but and I wasn't there. I don't know what happened, and the bruise keeps changing, and like, it's yeah.
Yes, they bounce back quick. And they don't, it's rare that they have any like long-term issues either. So like those bruises, whatever, just like they scratch themselves constantly, usually on their own little claws.
Yes, his teeth are super sharp right now.
Yeah. They have claws.
He takes my hair, and he knows it's a handle now. Like he's started hanging on to me when I pick him up. So he takes whatever he can get, and because I'm almost 40, there's like loose skin that he picks up, and there's hair that's really kind of fragile, and he like he just sort of this is what he is. He is a cute little monkey. That is what he is, Nikki.
So
all right.
So this isn't a baby story. So obviously the mechanics are a little bit different, but
Let's see. What do you got?
When I was in, I think 8th or 9th grade, I had a cat that had kittens. My mother, I don't know, my mother is an intensely dumb person when she's not trying. And she decided that this cat that we had that was deaf and had like a mental impairment. There we go. She thought that the cat couldn't get pregnant because of these things. So she didn't get the cat fixed. And of course, like if nothing else works, that system is still going to work. That's biology. No comment on you, Sandy, because I realize that your system does not entirely work. But in general,
understatement of the year.
Yeah. Sandy had to do the IVF
for years.
Quite a bit. Anyway, so we have this cat that has kittens. The cat is deaf. And it is my summer break. So basically, I am in charge of making sure that the mama cat does not kill the kittens by like rolling over them and they meow and she can't hear them pet the cat. Oh, did you use, I'm unfortunately looking at the wrong screen right now. So if y'all send me things to do, if you redeem things, I can't see them. Sorry about that. Anyways, Chonk is thoroughly pet and he is angry about it. Anyways, so we have these kittens and my bedroom, they lived in my bedroom and it was the upstairs of the house and my house was lofted. We had, loft stairs, and they always say that like kittens and puppies, like one of the last things they do is stairs because all animals have an innate fear of falling. Right, Sandy is shaking her head. No, they have an innate fear of stairs.
Mine doesn't. That either. Go ahead.
Yeah, so these kittens, what they would do once they like realized that downstairs was an interesting place, but like the stairs were very tedious and difficult, they would just leap through the banister railing slot things. And we were all tile and hardwood floors. So
please tell me your cat survived.
What was that?
Please tell me these cats survived.
Yeah. No, I would absolutely warn you if this story ended with a dead cat. I probably wouldn't tell you this story. But yeah, they would leap and like we would have no idea. We wouldn't be around. They were past the age at this point where we had to worry about them being suffocated. Obviously, because they're like moving around and their eyes are open and all that. And we would just hear this out in the foyer, and we would go out there and there would be this kitten just like all four legs all sprawled out. We'd be like, oh my God, what are the kittens like? And then they would just like look up and shake their heads and keep on going.
Okay, so I've got more than one like normal set of stairs, and he can go up two directions, and then also there's all this balcony space he could pitch himself off of. And this story is terrifying. And no, they do not. The animals do not have an innate fear of falling. I know
So
because today I walked my kid up the stairs because that's what he felt like doing. And then just to see, I sort of like grabbed his little shoulders and let him like crawl towards the edge. And he attempted to pitch himself forward. So like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
which
They
just
love
wasn't a
doing
Michael Jackson thing, by the way. That was I had him very securely. This was only a couple little tiny steps. It was we were hoping he would like poke his little head over and think like, oh, I shouldn't do this. So, but no, that didn't happen. So we have so many. Kate writes, I have so many baby gates in the house. It's not even funny. I have like 6 of them.
So absolutely, like baby proof, like to eternity and beyond. Infinity, is that what the quote is? I wasn't going for that quote, and then it happened. But also, babies of all species are very squishy and tend to rebound much better than their adult counterparts.
Yeah, but I don't want my kid to learn.
Certainly fall better than humans do, but certainly this fat ass is not jumping off of balconies anytime soon if he doesn't have to. Although I did recently see a video of a cat jumping out of a burning building and like running off and being fine.
Okay, but see, I don't think that happens with humans. I think it's a little bit more. Well, that's not true because babies do sometimes fall from planes, and they are the ones that survive, right? Like,
right.
This is the thing. But I don't want mine to be that baby, right?
No,
like, I don't need that.
It's certainly like it is certainly more dangerous for a human, but so like I guess the comparison between a kitten and a cat is that a full-grown cat, if they were to fall the way a kitten does, they would seriously hurt themselves or injure themselves.
Yeah.
If you walked out and the cat was sprawled on all four, that is a hurt cat if it is an adult cat. Yes, they have more control over themselves and they know how to fall and like twist themselves properly and all that. Kittens don't know all of that. They just fucking leap and they're fine. Not the case for humans, but human babies are certainly squishier and survive things a lot better than adult humans do. As unfortunately you will find out with all of your injuries in another year.
I need to keep him away from the pediatric surgeon at least for a couple of years. Like it needs to happen. Not on my watch. In a soccer game, he can break a leg in a sports context, and I'll feel terrible, but less terribly guilty. And I need to just put padding around him, like egg carton padding around him forever.
Yes, and Mr. Spence, you are totally correct. Short distances are more harmful for cats because they don't have time to use that flip mechanism. Where like the reason that cats can like fall from any height is because of the landing on the feet thing. And if they can't twist, if there's not enough distance for them to twist their spines right to flip them in the correct direction, then they land on their backs. And like the same thing that happens to anything when you land on your back, you are hurt. Yeah. So let's do our next sprint. Our chats have gotten a little bit long this time, and that is okay.
That would do some panic. Okay, let's do this thing.
Yeah,
let's do this thing. I'm not going to go open a baby gate right now. Not until tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's okay. This is fine. We're in the groove. It's totally fine. We got this going. So we'll see you guys at 40 past, and that'll be the end of the show. This is our last sprint. Okay, that is time. And that was our last sprint for the day. How'd you end up doing tonight, Sandy?
I'm almost done with my little beat sheet thing. I know. You think it was crazy? I can't even. How'd you do?
I did. It was just a weird conversation. I wrote about 1,000 words. That was going to finish both this scene and the next scene, and then I decided to merge them into one scene, and I am still not done with this one scene, but that's okay.
There will be more sprints. There will be more things to do. I was hoping to get some actual writing done today, but I am glad that I did some research anyways. I think it's actually going to help me.
Good.
Yeah.
So, do you have any announcements, Sandy?
No. Was I supposed to? Do you have announcements?
I mean, I do, but like I figured I would start with you if you had anything.
No, I have nothing interesting. I'm gonna spend tomorrow, like, I don't know, on PT and trying to figure out how to entertain the baby and probably making some TikTok videos about it. So what's your news? Tell us the news.
What's my what?
Tell us this news. What's your news?
Oh no, it's nothing. It's just like my upcoming schedule.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I do have like
you put that as if like somebody's pregnant or something, and I
no,
I mean I knew that wasn't where you were going.
Our outros. But like a lot of people don't have outros, and I felt like you probably didn't either, but I wanted to put it on the table for you.
No. Thank you guys for joining us. It's more fun this way.
Sandy's outro is watch for her baby talks, her mama talk, whatever they were called.
Yeah, they're totally gonna come.
Those will be coming out soon. Also, if you are on TikTok and you do want to see me paint Bob Ross paintings really fast, I'm not painting them really fast. They're just time lapse. They are, I don't even know. Is it Chloe Alice Balkin? Is it the usual? Probably. It's so confusing with TikTok because like I'm just a number, right? Like you have a screen name, but also sometimes you're just a number and there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason behind it. Anyways, no, what I was going to say is tomorrow I will be back on Twitch at 10 a.m. Eastern to do a game and write. I'm going to be joined by Haley and also Kat Leo, and we're going to be playing Don't Starve Together and also sprinting. So it's going to basically be this, but instead of just chatting during these times, we're going to be playing Don't Starve Together. But it's still going to be about 10 minutes of gameplay and 20 minutes of sprinting. So that is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. And then on Sunday, also on my Twitch channel, which is Chloe Alice Balkin as well. On that Twitch channel, I will be doing another Bob Ross off. So if you want to see me painting a Bob Ross painting in real time with my buddy Brittany, it takes about 2 hours and we're just going to be having a chill chit chat. It's a good time to like get stuff done and also watch these Bob Ross paintings happen by amateur painters. Like literally it turns out anybody can do a Bob Ross painting. So that is what is going on with me in the virtual world. If you read erotic stuff, I did just have an anthology of erotic shorts come out. They are my sci-fi ones. That is Space Brothel. That came out last week, 2 weeks ago. They're my stories from Medium. So if you read my stories on Medium, it's the same things. They're just like done up better to be put into an anthology. And I'll have another anthology coming out, I think, this weekend under my pen name CB Alice. which is more erotic shorts, but they are just contemporary erotic shorts. And I'm on Vella. I'm all over the place. So yeah, I think that's everything. I got to get a more solid outro. Everything changed and now it's a lot longer than it used to be.
You've got a lot going on. This is a good
I just got a lot going on right now. This is where things fell apart with that panel last week. Again, I should have been pitching this stuff because I was talking to writers instead. I was trying to sell them books. That was bad. Anyway, thank you all for joining. And if I don't see you the next couple of days, we will be back here same time next week, 8:30 p.m. on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.